Her Cowgirl Strength is here today at the Bill Pickett Rodeo with a female rodeo announcer.
Yes, my name is Acynthia Villery, the first African-American female rodeo announcer.
Woo! And when did you get started, or what made you want to be a rodeo announcer?
Actually, I fell into it. I've been with the Bill Pickett Invitational Rodeo. This is my 36th year. And then last year when we came on board with the PBR here at Cowtown Coliseum,
Okay.
they had a little bit different format. And so they had formats where we have to talk about our, the sponsors, etc. So Margot and Valeria said, can you assist Marcus in reading the PAs? I was like, sure. No problem.
You guys are a great team. The information you gave was really, I love that. I love all the behind the scenes where they came from, what they're doing, and you two fed off each other really well today. I really enjoyed it.
Well, thank you. So it started, did the first one, then we had a meeting, and then Valeria was like, you ought to think about going to announcer school. And I laughed and chuckled. So then we did the 7:30, and then there were some gaps, so I added a little bit more and everything. So after it was over, I was sitting down and I was scrolling through Facebook because I'm also the social media director. And I saw a post Valeria did, and she said, Bill Pickett's always the first on a lot of things. Let me introduce you to the first African-American female announcer. I lost it.
There you were. You were already named.
And so that was in February. And so then Marcus and I start working together, creating a chemistry together.
Yeah,
to
you're
work.
great.
And then I went to his announcer school.
Okay.
And Okmulgee. And the competition, I came in second.
Really?
Yes.
Awesome.
So I was really excited. So that's where it is. And
So you're a rookie and you got second.
yes.
Very nice, very nice. Did you used to rodeo? How did you get interested in rodeo in general?
I am a third generation when it comes to rodeo.
Oh, okay.
My grandfather and two uncles started one of the first all-black rodeo associations in Southeast Texas and Louisiana.
Okay.
So I grew up going. And so I had one of the uncles, he announced rodeos, and he was a
Okay.
rodeo secretary.
Oh.
And I had grandparents that cooked. I had just everything. My parents. So I grew up running around. So it's in my blood.
Yeah.
But-
And the announcer's in your blood.
I see.
Who
yes.
knew?
Who knew? And then 1987, I started working with the Bill Pickett Rodeo, started as the office manager, then became the secretary. So I was the secretary for 30-something years, about 30 years.
Wow.
And so understanding the rules,
Yeah.
knowing the cowboys, doing all that has really helped me.
Okay. To
Along-
have information
yes.
to input.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And knowing
okay.
the events and
You
knowing
paid,
the
you paid your
terms.
dues one way or another.
Yes. I have.
Okay. That's awesome. That's really cool. So, being a first female, what would you say to other women that are trying to step out, whether it be ranching or farrier or whatever in the Western world, that's primarily a very old male-dominated lifestyle? What advice can you give somebody like that?
I would tell them if that's what you want to do it. Also, with being with Bill Pickett, learning and understanding and working with Lou and working with Valeria, I learned how to put on events, sponsorships, everything. So I was allowed to have my own rodeo little series. I did events for 11 years and had my own rodeo.
Really?
Yes. So I did that back home in Beaumont, Texas, Cheek, Texas.
Okay, I've been there.
Yes. So right there at Ladays Arena. So I had that.
Oh, yeah.
Was able to do that. Giving back to the community. And then I think back on to the question that you said, from being around the different people and learning, and I always had a passion, then I said, just do it. You learn the mistakes along the way. But when you have a good team behind you and backing you, they all support you. Okay? So for someone who wants to break, because my goal is to break that glass ceiling.
Absolutely.
It is a male-dominant field, but it doesn't mean that it can't be women promoters. Okay, even with myself on the lower scale, but then we look at Valeria.
Okay.
Taking a tour, and this is the oldest touring rodeo, African-American rodeo that's been around, grabbing it by the horns. Do she have to know every single thing? No, but that's why she has a team. When it comes to announcing, because I look at some of the ladies that might say, you know what, I can no longer compete. What else can I do?
Oh, right. They still want to be in rodeo.
Still want to be in rodeo.
Yeah.
So, there's different things that we can do. I have little girls that come up to me and say, oh, I want to be just like you.
Oh, awesome.
Can I take a picture with you?
Oh.
And I'm like, and my mom always told me, be careful what you do and say, because you never know who's paying attention.
Kids watch.
Yes.
They watch.
And so I want to make sure I don't ever mislead anybody, especially intentionally. And I am very appreciative of Marcus, because Marcus mentors me. He helps me, he grooms me, he pushes me out there. He always tells me, you know it, just say it. I just need you to say it. Get it out your head. Just talk. Run with the mic. And I've done talks and presentations all my life, but taking the knowledge and stepping out on fear and just doing it. And it's a conversation, because we're actually narrating a story that's in front of us, that's Black West history that we create every time we're in the arena.
Okay, exactly.
And we're educating, and talking to people, getting them engaged and entertaining them. And that's all it is. And once you get that, then you like, hey, it's okay.
So there's a saying, do it afraid.
Do it afraid.
And I think if you have a passion and people see your passion, they're more apt to kind of help you.
Exactly.
It's not like, oh, I just want the prestige or money if money's involved.
Right.
It's, no, this is my passion, and people appreciate passion.
Yes. Because somebody asked me, it was like, why you promote yourself? I said, why not? It's
Who
a
else
brand.
will?
Who else will? And if I want to open doors, I got to let somebody know.
Exactly.
It's just like having something and you have the best, but if you don't talk about the best, people won't know it, won't get it from you.
What good is the best kept secret?
Exactly. So it's not about, oh, how great I am. It's what I can do to show you that there's other opportunities to break that glass ceiling, to open those doors.
Yes.
So other, young ladies, little brown girls, little black girls, and even any other nationality saying, this is what I want to do, it can be done.
Right. And absolutely, representation matters. I met a young girl here who's 14.
Yes.
And she started barrel racing. Her name is Malia Pete.
Yes.
And she started barrel racing because she saw Courtney Solomon barrel racing. And sometimes there's events I've been to and you don't see anybody of any kind of color.
Exactly.
And so maybe she had never seen that before. So it really is important to be out there as women of color, and just really encouraging each other.
Exactly. Like I said, I've been trying with Bill Pickett forever. And different markets we've been to that we no longer go to, even still go to. We're the first connection to most people.
Wow.
Because they don't even know we exist. They just look and see what may be shown on television, which is scarce. They don't even know the history because they don't have the books to read. Okay.
There's not a lot of written, because I'm looking for women, just cowgirls in general, and it's like white cowboys, maybe a little bit of black cowboys, very little about any kind of color cowgirls.
Exactly.
Now, I did go to the Cowgirl Museum, and that was really, really interesting.
So one of the things, I'm glad you brought that up, one of the things that I'm starting to do, I'm starting a podcast.
Oh, cool.
And my purpose is to recognize past, current, and future to get our stories out.
Right.
Because nobody knows.
Right.
It's
all word of mouth, and that generation is going.
Exactly. And it may be in clusters. You know somebody here in Southeast Texas. You may know somebody in Louisiana, Oklahoma. How do we get that all over?
Right.
And the other thing is, I'm going to write a book. Because the stories
you have unlocked
have to be
everything.
turned. Yes.
What's your podcast going to be called?
Oh, gosh.
You don't have a name yet?
I was thinking about The Announcer.
Oh, okay.
The tie-in to my brand.
Yeah.
And invite, different people, but also get Marcus to come on with me.
Yeah.
So we can talk about things. Invite other guests to come on and have feedback back and forth. And then taking that information, and if I have to co-author a book, then that's what it takes, because we have African-American stock contractors,
yes,
announcers, promoters, contestants, families that travel together, bullfighters, judges. Why not recognize them and highlight them? Because the story needs to be told.
Yeah. I just read about Fanchon Stinger.
Okay.
She's the first black female to own bulls in
yes.
the PBR, no less.
Exactly. Yes.
And I know she does some spots on the Cowgirl channel as well. So I was hoping to run into her, but I'm doing a video about her regardless.
Great. Great.
Well, I want to thank you so much for taking this time, and congratulations on being the first female, African-American female
It's such an honor.
announcer. And congratulations on the Bill Pickett history. This was on my bucket list of major rodeos to go to. I have a few more. I want to get to Cheyenne one day.
Yes. Yes.
Old Buggy.
Yes.
Up in Canada, the Calgary Stampede, and I have a few. But so glad that I got to interview you today and that you took your time, and I wish you the best. And I'll be looking. Let me know when you start that podcast.
Oh, I will.
And
Definitely.
looking for your book.
Okay.
All these things. And have a great night tonight. You have another performance tonight, right?
Yes, 7:30.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.